So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with. Floyd told me many years, probably go 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest, I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself. Yeah. And my description of him, he's a horrible person.
The boxing world has just been rocked by what can only be described as the ultimate betrayal. Leonard Ellerbe, the longtime shadow and right-hand man of Floyd "Money" Mayweather, hasn't just broken his silence. Illegally or not, he has officially snitched on Floyd in a way that no one saw coming. In his most explosive and unfiltered interview to date, Ellerbe dropped nuclear-level revelations that have sent shockwaves through the industry. He didn't just air some petty grievances. He strategically leaked highly confidential and deeply sensitive details regarding Floyd's private financial dealings. The former chief executive officer of Mayweather Promotions has essentially confirmed the worst-kept secret in boxing: the massive debts and looming bankruptcy of Floyd Mayweather. According to Ellerbe, the terrifying financial crisis that kept Floyd hostage in Dubai a year ago wasn't just a passing storm. It has resurfaced, and this time, the floodgates are wide open.
American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
you're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just barely making it.
The way Ellerbe exposed Mayweather was so cold and calculated that it has left fans across the globe asking one question: is this a deliberate revenge mission? Many believe Ellerbe is out for blood after being unceremoniously sacked from his high-ranking role as the CEO. If you take a trip down memory lane to this time last year, Gervonta "Tank" Davis hinted that Floyd was being held back in Dubai against his will. Ellerbe has now confirmed that every word of that rumor was true. He revealed that Floyd was only allowed to leave Dubai on one condition. He had to sign a legal agreement promising to pay back his staggering debts within exactly 1 year. If he failed to do so, he was legally obligated to return to Dubai to review the situation, which is a polite way of saying he'd be facing serious consequences. When the interviewer pressed Ellerbe on Floyd's current bank balance, he initially tried to dodge, but eventually he opened up, claiming the truth was necessary to finally clear the air.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah, that's
blessed.
I love to hear that shit.
The details get even darker from here. According to Ellerbe's testimony, Floyd Mayweather was physically unable to pay up the massive debt, which forced him to travel back to the Arabian city to answer to his creditors. This journey didn't happen in a vacuum. It coincided with a series of embarrassing and controversial stories that Floyd was desperately trying to manage. We're talking about the false claims of him acquiring a $42 million mansion in the heart of New York City, a claim that turned out to be pure fiction. On top of that, he owes millions to high-end jewelry stores, various organizations, and is currently entangled in several messy tax fraud cases. Ellerbe was quoted saying, "I know the whole situation makes it look like he escaped, but that's just not the case. It's actually crazier for him in Dubai than it is here in the States." While he owes millions here, his debt in Dubai reportedly runs into the hundreds of millions. Once he deals with the authorities there, he still has to come back here and face the American law.
You know, which he's done a good job thus far, but then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people.
To the absolute shock of everyone watching, Leonard Ellerbe didn't hold back on why he finally walked away from the company they built together. He claimed his exit from Mayweather Promotions was a direct result of Floyd's alleged financial crimes and his total mismanagement of the promotion's future. "I had to leave. It was heartbreaking, truly, but I simply had to leave," Ellerbe confessed with a heavy tone. He described a situation where Floyd was making one bad decision after another, and as the CEO, Ellerbe was the one constantly left on the receiving end of the backlash. He reached a breaking point where he could no longer attach his name to a brand that was allegedly built on a house of cards. For Ellerbe, it wasn't just business. It was about saving his own reputation before the ship sank.
Years, and I'm like, what is it about him that sort of
He's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is. You know.
As soon as Ellerbe's claims hit the internet, the comment sections became a war zone. Fans are now dissecting every aspect of Floyd's money persona. The general consensus? People are stunned by how insanely much he spends compared to what he's actually bringing in. It's a classic story. A legendary athlete who goes broke post-retirement because they can't stop the outrageous spending and poor investments. One fan pointed out that Floyd's entire image is directly tied to the concept of being wealthy, so he has to embellish his worth just to stay relevant. Another fan analyzed the Dubai situation with a more technical lens, saying, only his main passport would be flagged, but he can't hide forever. It's common for employers or creditors in the UAE to hold passports hostage. My guess is Floyd got into a dispute with a royal family member, and those people have a reach that spans the entire globe.
Making it.
Today, I ran all the way in here.
Why?
Because I couldn't even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack,
Dang.
and then more crack.
The internet detectives are working overtime, guessing the specific reasons for Floyd's captivity. A third fan added a very detailed theory, claiming there are 3 major reasons why he's being held. First, suspected money laundering. Second, he reportedly ran out of money at a high-stakes casino, was granted a massive credit limit, lost it all, and then tried to leave the country without settling the bill. This supposedly resulted in the casino owner calling in the police to surround his private jet on the tarmac, preventing him from taking off until the check cleared. One trolling fan even came up with a new nickname, Floyd No Money Mayweather. The fan joked that Floyd is living a fake life on social media, stunting for the cameras while he's actually pissed away his fortune on women and gambling. From a global superstar to a man who is literally stuck until he pays his tabs, it's a fall from grace like no other.
The disrespect thing, that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in the sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport, beat everybody's TBE.
The former CEO didn't stop there. He also tore apart Floyd's recent earnings. Ellerbe claimed that Floyd had massively overestimated the financial returns from his last exhibition fight. In reality, that fight was a desperate rescue mission to pay off his mounting debts. However, Ellerbe revealed that Floyd only walked away with about $20 to $25 million from that event. While that sounds like a fortune to most people, it is millions of dollars short of what he actually owes to his creditors in Dubai. This is precisely why Floyd is trying so hard to set up an exhibition match with JakePaul. He needs a massive, quick payday. Ellerbe warned that if Floyd doesn't pay back the money soon, the situation in the Middle East is going to get really bitter, really fast. Despite the rumors, Floyd continues to post about his luxurious lifestyle, but Ellerbe suggests it's all just a smokescreen.
I'm bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Naturally, many fans are firing shots at Leonard Ellerbe, calling him a traitor and a snake for leaking confidential information about his former boss. But what many of these critics don't know is the deeper story of who betrayed whom first. According to insiders, Mayweather was the first one to act wrongly, and Ellerbe is simply repaying the evil deeds. After years of staying silent and protecting Floyd's secrets, Ellerbe has finally found his voice. Since leaving Mayweather Promotions, he hasn't just been talking to the media. He's allegedly been feeding federal agents with crucial information regarding Floyd's whereabouts, his hidden properties, and his secret business deals. It's a total war, and Ellerbe is playing for keeps.
Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
While sports insider Rick Glazer also confirmed some of these reports, Floyd's recent public appearances made some people think the allegations were just lies. Maybe he settled his way out of the country in May? But Ellerbe is doubling down. He maintains that Floyd was truly held hostage in Dubai and that his release was only a temporary grace period. The condition was that all of his international bank accounts were to be blocked and monitored until every cent was paid back. Because Ellerbe was the CEO, he was privy to the legal paperwork and the financial chokehold that even Gervonta Davis didn't fully understand. According to the CEO, Floyd is physically back in the States, but financially,
all this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
while Ellerbe didn't give every single detail about the detainment, several leaks over the past few weeks have filled in the gaps for boxing fans. Apparently, Ellerbe leaked evidence that Mayweather was fronted an insane, almost unbelievable amount of cash at a private casino, but he promptly lost every bit of it at the tables. Here's the catch. As of right now, there are no legal public casinos in Dubai, so this must have been an exclusive private high-stakes game. As a result of the loss, his private jet was surrounded by local police, and his money was literally no good at the airport because his accounts had been frozen by the authorities. He was a billionaire on paper, but he couldn't even buy a ticket out of the country.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again,
The terms of his detainment in Dubai were unique. He was allowed to travel anywhere within the city and live as lavishly as he wanted, but he was strictly forbidden from stepping outside the country's borders. To ensure he didn't try to make a run for it, Dubai authorities reportedly mounted 24/7 security agents around his private jet. The general belief is that the total debt is in the hundreds of millions range, and Floyd is reportedly paying over $20 million a month just to keep the creditors from taking further action. Instead of making smart financial moves, he's doubling down on the lavish lifestyle to maintain his image, which is only digging the hole deeper. Curiously, the mainstream media and even the White House have been suspiciously quiet about these rumors, despite Floyd getting into massive trouble lately and being accused of scamming people in Mexico.
A little about big news came down yesterday. Leonard Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back. Because I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now apparently that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position, and I don't think that it was any animosity.
After 17 years of running the show at Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe has wasted no time diving into a completely different field. He has moved into the lucrative and fast-growing world of women's college basketball, and it's already paying off. Ellerbe recently attended a high-profile press conference in State College, Pennsylvania, to announce the transfer of one of his major signees to Penn State. The former CEO is now an advisor on NIL, name, image, and likeness deals, helping young athletes secure their financial futures. It's a huge shift from promoting the undefeated 5-division champion Floyd Mayweather, but Ellerbe seems focused on building a legacy that isn't tied to the money brand. He was the man behind the legendary $600 million Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and now he's bringing that expertise to the Big Ten.
And Leonard, I just think that it's just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions, you're working with one and not working.
The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight generated over 4.4 million pay-per-view buys, a record that still stands today. But those glory days feel like a lifetime ago. With Ellerbe gone, Floyd has officially replaced him with Richard Schaefer, the former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. The reaction from fans has been overwhelmingly negative. One fan commented, "It's about time." People defended Ellerbe for years because they were blind, but the truth is finally out. Many believe that without Ellerbe, Mayweather Promotions is a sinking ship. They feel that people only liked Ellerbe because he was associated with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. But now that the curtain has been pulled back, the fans are waking up to the reality of the situation.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, you know, he would always say that, you know, when Al Heyman has fights, you know, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman's shows.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard being in a tough spot, because obviously very close to Tank here?
Of course, some fans had much weirder and more personal things to say about the departing CEO. One fan went on a rant about Ellerbe's appearance, saying, "I'm not sure why, but his facial hair always looked freaking nonsensical to me. It doesn't look real, and for that reason alone, I always hated the guy." Another fan brought up Ellerbe's humble beginnings, remembering when he was promoted from Floyd's head masseuse to the CEO of the entire company. He took that masseuse job so seriously, the fan joked, licking his lips while he massaged Floyd's head in the corner. It's clear that Ellerbe has been a fixture in Floyd's life for so long that fans can't help but bring up the old, awkward memories now that the bridge has been burned.
Of course, we know Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently. So do you think that was...
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, you know, he basically, because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides. But, I mean, Leonard's...
The criticism of Floyd's new choice, Richard Schaefer, is even more brutal. Fans are pointing out that Schaefer has failed spectacularly over the last 8 years. They track his history from the World Boxing Super Series, which failed to get any decent TV coverage, to the 2 promotional companies he started that flopped terribly. Every fighter signed to Schaefer saw their career suffer, one critic asserted. They compared Schaefer to a baseball player on a massive strikeout streak. The news of this replacement came as a shock because Ellerbe wasn't just an employee. He was Floyd's closest confidant since the very beginning of his career. The fact that their relationship crumbled proves just how bad the situation at Mayweather Promotions has become in recent years.